What is up, Broncos Country? I am your host, Fanatic Dak. Another Monday night with the Broncos Bros. And we have another special talent joining us out of Denver tonight. I am so excited. A special artist that I think Broncos Country need to know about. And we're also going to be talking Broncos, of course. You know how we do. But before we get started, I have a question. Do you even Broncos, bro?
Touchdowns and tackles, our spirits are high. From the mile-high cheers, we reach for the sky. Analyze instead, every week we grind. Passions in our hearts, leave no fan behind. The heart of the game, let's make it clear. Do you even Broncos, bro? You know we here. Do you even Broncos, bro, when we hit that field? Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos bros on the mic, let the whole world know.
Yeah.
We back.
So soon,
I
bro.
mean, it hasn't been that long. It hasn't been that long, but it wasn't a Monday. It's Broncos Bros Monday. So
And I really felt on Friday went pretty well. How do you feel, bro?
dude, I thought Friday was
Lit,
freaking
bro.
awesome, dude. Super shout out Cody for being on.
Flats is a good dude,
Shout
bro.
out
Very good dude.
the fans for being here, and that was a great time Friday. So turned out better than expected, I thought.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, we have another special guest joining us tonight who we'll get into
We
and
sure
we'll
do.
introduce to Broncos Country. But for the time being, let's kind of plug our sponsor, Dubby. If you use the code, you get 10% off. It's a energy booster without the jitters. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather tonight, guys. But it contains a panaderia factor. It has no sugar, no calories, no maltodextrin, no fillers, no artificial colors. Formulated with nothing but amino acids, B vitamins, and nootropics, including, like I said, the panaderia factor. Dubby's pretty good. Check out their website. Check the bio in the link below. Yeah,
Get you a dub.
they have some good things. Like I said, I gotta bring up the s'mores. Here we are again.
Always every day.
Every
Every
day,
day.
every day, every day. But no, dude, and then yeah, so and then while if you guys are watching, please hit the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe, like my son always tells me.
Go to the YouTube. Go to the
Go to the
YouTube. Make sure
YouTube.
go subscribe to the YouTube. Watch us from YouTube. Get entered to win a Bo Nix jersey. Get us to that 539 goal.
We're trying to march that way. Last I checked, we were like at 389. So we're trending that way, ladies and gentlemen. But thank you guys for being here. Check us out on our audio podcast that we have on Spotify. And then if you guys do check us out on our YouTube and subscribe, there's a multitude of content creators that we have and shows. Mind you, of course, we have Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. with Isaiah. Orange and Blue Blitz. That's a phenomenal show. I always like to watch him. He gives great insights. And then Monday at 7 p.m., you're with your boys, the Broncos
Broncos
Bros.
Bros.
And then with Johnny and Jay, Tuesdays at 6 p.m., Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue. And then also Wednesdays at 2:30 p.m., check out our guys, the fellas, the boys, Doc and JT with Mile High Symposium, talking Broncos, talking Nuggets, talking Avalanche. You know how they do over there. They got a good thing going with Mile High Symposium. Later on that day at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, of course, check out Broncos Talk, Bronco Libre, and Adon. They do a phenomenal job, you guys. And then, of course, they have their Viva Los Broncos Friday at 6 p.m. And then we do have a breaking news segment that we do with called the Fresh Squeeze. And then every game day, 1 hour before kickoff, check us out, please. It's a great show. They do a good job over there. and Johnny and them. And then afterwards, every game day, right after the game with Jay, buck your feelings. So yeah, we got some good content. We're on the up and up, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, though, I want to introduce the notorious David Velasquez, a phenomenal artist that I'm excited that he gave his time tonight to join us tonight, man. So hit that drum roll, and we're not talking Notorious, Big. We're not talking McGregor. Like I said, he is a phenomenal artist. Yeah.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
What's up, bro?
Hey,
What's up,
what's going on,
Notorious?
man?
It's so good to be on the show tonight. I appreciate the invite.
Hell yeah, dude. We're of course. Why wouldn't we?
Yeah, thanks for
Man.
being here. Thanks for taking the time and letting us talk about your art a little bit. And
Yeah, and
Appreciate
show
it.
your
No,
off your
pleasure's all mine,
website. You got.
guys.
Sorry, I cut you off, my guy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was good. I was just thanking him for letting me on here.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh well,
appreciate
preseason's
that.
over,
Appreciate it.
but we had to like have you on, bro. Preseason over. You're here. There's a lot to get into today, but first things first. I mean, I do want to touch on as to why you're a Broncos fan. I mean, that's important, right? What made you a Broncos fan, bro?
Growing up, my grandfather was like a huge John Elway fan. Still is to this day. Like anytime you go to his house, there's a big old picture of John Elway in his living room. No, not in his living room, in his garage, in his basement. He's got like I think it's like a signed football in like one of his showcases. So that kind of got me into it. I think what really got me hooked on it was the Manning era. Everyone remembers.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
that was a great era, man. I mean, because honestly, if you think about it, like all three of us, bro, like we were kind of a little too young to kind of remember. I mean, not too young to remember John Elway. Like, let's be real here, but like, I guess it was more surreal because we understood more. I guess the what Peyton Manning was to the Broncos, in a sense. And bro, like being able to experience that Super Bowl was phenomenal, right? Like that's one of my Broncos favorite memories, being a fan, So yeah, dude, you can't go wrong with that. So
No, you cannot.
so
absolutely.
what's one of your favorite moments other aside from that, dude? Do you have any other memories that you have or anything like experiences?
Um, I think the one Broncos memory that stands out to me every time, like anytime I think about Broncos, definitely would have to be the DT catch against Steelers playoffs. No one thought we had a chance. Everybody was counting us out. Stephen A. Smith was like the biggest hater for us, and he said for sure. Like I still remember, like on commercial break, like Broncos are not gonna make it. Like Steelers are taking this and they're going straight
Yeah.
against the Patriots. But out of nowhere, Tim Tebow, like one of the most
Tebow mania.
Yes.
uncoordinated. Well, I don't know if you want to call it coordination or like just unorthodox kind of throwing. All of a sudden, DT wide open. Troy Polamalu had no chance catching him.
Yeah, dude. That was a phenomenal. And then that was actually the year that they implemented the new overtime rule, right? When
It was
somebody
the
Yes.
first game of the new overtime rules.
we caught them sleeping,
Yeah.
bro, at a
Yeah.
perfect time, So I mean, you play to win the game, whatever.
That's a great memory, though. That's a great memory.
So I noticed I'm doing some reading on you, bro, and I'm just fascinated with a lot of your artwork. Like I advised that we'll show here shortly, but like you started at 9 years old. Can you give us a little background of all your art and what went into it, like your passion? What was made it passionate for you to be an artist? What drives you?
Growing up, I was a pretty like shy kid. I wasn't like great at talking with people. Like I kind of just kept to myself. I think the one person that kind of pushed me towards it was my own mom. Like, we came from like humble beginnings. She came to Colorado when she was about like 5 years old. Uh, Worked out on like the everything when it came to legalization and whatnot. And she always had like high hopes for me. And then I remember one year for my birthday, she got me like a big old sketchbook. And, she just told me like, just believe in yourself and like everything will make sense after. And so like I just started drawing things I liked. Like I drew like cartoon characters, Wile E. Coyote. I drew like Bugs Bunny, Tom and Jerry. Like it started small at first, and then like creativity started going there, and then I started picking up on sports, and then I didn't pick up on sports till like I want to say like midway through middle school, and I started like drawing and painting like John Elway, Terrell Davis. I don't know if you saw like that Terrell Davis, but that one was like way back, um, like early seventh grade, I want to say.
Wow.
Wow.
I haven't seen that one yet on your website, but I noted right here, bro, and we'll go back and check it
Good
out
to
for
see
sure,
that
bro.
for sure.
Georgie, do you got any questions, bro, by chance?
Yeah, I guess, dude, are you doing anything exciting for up and coming season with some new paintings or anything in the works?
I am so glad you said that, George. So I am going to be a part of an event with Bighorn Autographs this coming weekend for the card show this Saturday. I've worked with the owners Ryan Horn and Megan Horn, super nice to me, and like they're so coordinated with me and like telling me who they got and who they don't got. So I'm gonna be working on 5 pieces for some pretty great Broncos that are gonna be there signing autographs and whatnot. I'm gonna save the best one for last because
Okay.
she's like one of my favorites, and like I'm honestly shaking just thinking about it. So
Oh
you
yeah, dude.
so you've got Troy Franklin. Troy, yeah, Troy's a good one. You got Pat Bryant, who's gonna be there. You got um, J.K. Dobbin, or not J.K. Dobbin, my bad. R.J. Harvey is gonna be there, and one of my personal favorites from Super Bowl 50, none other, the only guy I have ever known to say that he's okay with he's gonna eat someone's kids on live TV, Derek Wolf.
Derek Wolf.
The Wolf? Oh,
Dude!
man.
Congratulations, bro. I'm so happy for you,
Heck
dude.
yeah, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome.
Thank
It's
you.
it's very fascinating to me because it's like you're doing something that you truly enjoy, bro. But in the process, it's like you're able to come across players that you've watched, and looked up to or whatever the case may be, and connect with them. And it's so amazing, I think, to what art can really do. And
Right.
man, you brought me in, I'm like, you caught my attention. So yeah, dude, it's phenomenal. You got some great work, and I'm gonna pull up something real quick that I really like. You got
Okay.
some painting of some shoes, bro, for PS2.
Ooh.
How did that conversation start? What was the scenario, bro? If you don't mind sharing with
So
us.
so again, I met him through Bighorn Autographs the first time. Uh, Ryan had told me about him and Jaquan McMillan doing a public signing. So I was still a huge fan of Jaquan. So
Yeah.
I painted him a piece and I painted PS2 a piece. I think this was before their throwback game against the Raiders. Um, so then Ryan had another signing with him after he won Defensive Player of the Year. And then, Ryan and I were kind of like brainstorming here. And I tried asking Ryan if he could ask him the kind of shoes, like the shoe size he has, um, which Ryan was trying to get the information, but I watched a video of Von Miller actually when he was talking about PS2, and he was saying like the shoe size he wore, I think it was like a size 13. So I was like, you know what, that's a sign. That has to be something. So, you know, I spent probably like 2 days at most because I had to fly out that day for work. I wasn't gonna see him in person to see his reaction. I had to have some friends take it for me. Um, so I'm on the plane ride. My friends are taking him those shoes, and the rest is kind of history at that point.
Wow, that's so
Dude,
awesome,
that's
though, dude.
freaking sweet.
You
That's such a
killed it,
cool
bro.
story.
Dang,
Yeah,
that's
those are sick. Those are
those
sick.
are-
Thank you. They're definitely one of my favorites. He did say he was gonna wear them on a game day. He hasn't told me which one yet, but I gotta keep an eye out for
Probably when we
those.
wear our throwbacks.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude. I gotta look at that. I gotta get that uniform schedule so we can see what we're doing.
I've been waiting for that too,
And I'm
man.
gonna be thinking about you too once I see those shoes, bro. I'm
Yo,
gonna be
yeah.
like, Notorious painted those up, man. That's awesome. I'm gonna
Awesome,
pull up
awesome.
some
Let's
other.
do some comments real quick.
Yeah,
You can keep scrolling if you want. I
I'm
just
gonna
figured I'd
scroll
throw some up
while.
here while we're
Okay.
doing stuff. Make some conversation with the fans. We got Mile High City showing up. He said, "Hell yeah, Broncos Bros! Appreciate you being here, Mile High City." Tim, what's up? What's up, fellas? He said, "We love some Tim, man. Tim's the homie. Appreciate you." Clayton Heron from Facebook said, "Hey guys, and smash that like button and share, like, share, subscribe. Go to the YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe. Appreciate you guys." Mile High City said, "Caught them in a blitz." Probably talking about the Steelers play, the slant. Caught him on the blitz when Tebow threw the best ball he's ever thrown in his life. And that was great. And he said those are fire for the shoes. Thanks, Mile High City. And you're more than welcome to thank them, out loud too. I don't have to
Okay.
be the only one.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. You can react to comments. Sorry.
Yeah.
Johnny actually has a question for you. Johnny's runs the Orange and Blue Network, and he's
Okay.
the good friend, good homie of ours. So
He's
he
the one
said,
that did the profile thing, the what do you call it? Thumbnail for the show. So that I
Oh,
sent
okay,
to you.
cool.
yeah.
Pretty cool, huh? Yeah.
He said, "Notorious, how long does it take you to do a canvas, and how much do they run?"
All right. So depending on what it is, it can take anywhere between 4 days to a week.
Okay.
I'm usually pretty busy on the holiday season, so that kind of jams things up every now and then. I usually only charge for like probably about this size, like the Vaughn behind me, about 100.
And it's funny that you say I'm shocked, right? But I did
Yeah.
read that you don't. It's because it has to deal with the materials.
Mhm.
Like you don't want to take advantage of people because it's not much to. Why is that? Did you share share with the viewers like what your thought process is with that? Because I mean, art, man, you see how pricey it could be with something like that, bro.
Yeah. At times, like I kind of disagree with it. When
Yeah.
it comes to those prices, like I told you earlier, like I came from like humble beginnings, immigrant parents, immigrant grandparents, started everything here for me. So, um, like when I was a kid, I didn't really have much. I remember like my mom took me to like this fair, and I really liked this painting of like this Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like I really loved it. I like did like a bunch of chores around the house trying to make that much for it. I think the guy was asking for about 500 for it, and it was like 11 by 14 inch. And there's nothing special about it. It was on paper. It was of Captain America. There's no indication of like it being worth that much. But for whatever reason, I felt like I had to like try and go for it. And
Yeah.
like I saved up a bunch of birthday money, Christmas money, went back there I think that same year or the following year. And the guy had told me like it went up again around 800. And then that was something that I kind of like stop and think about. Like I think about like people in my kind of background, and like I just think to myself like this person didn't give me this chance, or this person was asking way too much. So I don't want to be that kind of person. I get artists that like charge you like 1,000 for something like this size, or like they'll like run up their prices because of like whoever they're talking to. But like, you know, I try to treat people fairly. Like
Yeah.
I don't like taking advantage of people. Like this takes me like at most like 2 3 days. Um it takes, I put more work into it like if I'm behind on schedule. Like like the Bo Nix one, the one I gave to him, like 2 days, and that thing was 36 by 48 inches.
Wow.
That's a nice one.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're very talented. Very
Dude,
talented, Notorious.
your
That's
talent is
freaking
phenomenal.
awesome. And very humble. And I would call you the Broncos Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Taking care, watching out for the little guys, Like,
Yeah.
so that's super cool. That's super
I
cool.
like that.
But
I like that too.
yeah, right on. I like that you like it. We're hitting notes. But dude, that's freaking sick. All
Broncos
right.
Spider-Man. You're gonna have to paint that now,
I have
bro.
a couple
Yeah, now
more.
I'm gonna have to do that.
It's like,
Yeah. Hey, I would just like a shout out of the inspiration,
I,
Well, so
I'll
you said it
shout
right here.
I'll shout out for you, George, and I'm gonna paint it of Pat Bryant.
Okay.
Yeah, there you
All
go.
right.
Yeah,
I like
I
that.
know. I feel like he'll like that.
that's
Oh,
dope,
dude, I
dude.
think you'd like that. That's sick.
Oh
That's
yeah.
super sick. That's this weekend?
It's this weekend, Saturday, around 11 a.m. It goes till 3 p.m. I believe it is.
George.
Where is it at?
It's at the Denver Convention Center.
All right. Looks like I got to make plans, guys.
Yeah.
What's that
I
after? He's like,
I welcome it. I welcome it. I'd be so happy to run into you
support
there
you,
again.
bro.
Dude. Oh, absolutely. I'll go live from the convention.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Anyway.
Anyway, sorry. We're going. Sorry. That sounds. We'll make plans after. Sorry, fans. You understand.
We get too
Right?
tight in.
Tim said those are dope, bro. And then Mile High said that's a great price. I'll give you the Johnny, the last couple, and we'll get back on topic. Johnny said, I'm going to hit you up. Got to get some shoes and a Notorious canvas for my collection.
Hell
There you
yeah,
go.
dude.
Let me
I
know,
am,
man.
dude.
Let me know.
Hell yeah, dude.
Absolutely. And then we got a new fan here, Maddie Laws, the algorithm, introducing me to other Broncos fans. Well, hell yeah. Hell yeah,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Salute.
Welcome.
Appreciate you being here on the
Drop you in.
YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. You get entered for a Bo Nix jersey on our
Yeah.
way to 539.
We want you to have that opportunity.
Oh, Mile High, Johnny has another one. Have you ever painted combat boots? He's a veteran and would love Broncos combat boots.
You know, I have thought about doing that because I have boots myself from military that I've had for about 3.5 years now. Um, it's definitely possible. The paint I use is leather paint. It's long lasting, and a little note about that too. Like I like to use car finisher once I finish painting them, because like they'll last longer. Like I've had like trials and error ones,
Mm-hmm.
where like I've ran around in the dirt, like I've scratched them, I've like threw them up against the wall to test the durability.
Oh wow.
And
You're in the lab, literally, bro, doing
yeah.
trial and error, bro. Like I like it, bro.
But like when I use the car finisher on it, like it's long lasting. It's so amazing. I have no idea why no one else has thought about this, but like, if any other artists are out here, like, trying to get tips and tricks, like car finisher every time.
Okay.
Hey, that's freaking awesome.
That's awesome, dude. And thank you for your service, bro. That's pretty
Yeah.
legit. One
Thank
thing,
you, I
bro.
appreciate that.
Would
Yeah,
you paint
thank
me
you.
some Crocs?
I could definitely do Crocs. Yeah, no
Like
Crocs.
it, George.
I think Crocs are like the easiest to do.
George doesn't like that question. He knows I'm
All right. Unbelievable, bro. What are you talking about?
All right. So let me
Jay said, "What's up, bros?" We got to shout out Jay because that's the
What's
boy.
up,
Him and
Jay?
Johnny do the show together.
always
So
showing love.
we'll come back to. He said, "Super impressive work as well. Super impressive work." So
Thank you.
big shout outs from the network, from us. Appreciate you being here and allowing us to spread the well-deserving, love. People need to see that, man.
Yeah.
That's freaking sick.
One more, dude, just to like show, dude, that was.
I'm so sorry. Johnny said, Crocs, Dak, you are effing
I'm not
fired.
gonna tell you try it, Johnny. They're
Fired.
That's chilling. You know,
Went
I don't
from
wear
combat boots to running around in sprinklers. What
There
are
you
we
go.
doing? Awesome.
So
We'll give
I
that
wanted to
one.
show this one. This one looks like a little older, you know. But this
Yeah.
is cool, bro, because you know what E. Sanders meant to the Broncos.
Mhm.
Give us a little
It
background
was
on this.
10 before 10.
10 before
Yeah,
10. Yeah, exactly. So this one was another public signing he did. Um, uh, Ryan was the one. Bighorns was the one that hosted it. In case you can't see in the background there. Um, what it was basically, I had made him a piece back when he was still with when he was a Bronco, and you can't really see it in that photo, but I also made him a picture of Demaryius Thomas. That's something I like to do with Super Bowl 50 players. Is I like to um, in a way trade them. So like I'll give them a DT painting, but I would like a story about DT that they have. And a lot of them have had like so many amazing stories. I really wish it was on his documentary, like the one that they did for him, because like the stories are just so funny, or like they're just like so heartfelt. Like you just couldn't really describe it. And that's also like why I'm wearing the jersey too, because I just wanted to show love for him, and
DT was
that's
amazing.
he really was amazing. And then the side note too on why he's holding that belt. Um, any player that helped us win a championship, I kind of have like this like joke because me and a military buddy have like he and I had made this bet pretty much. And I told him like, I bet you anything if I brought like this belt, he would take a picture with it. And he's like, no, man, no, that's crazy. They're not gonna do that for you. And we're just like, yeah. So I brought him that belt, and I just asked like, can you hold this and just take a picture with it? And he was okay with it. That was the funny part. So he puts it on his shoulder, and like ever since Emmanuel, I've done that with everybody. I've done it with Aaron Gordon. I've done it with
Oh yeah, dude.
uh,
Eric Gordon. Just kidding.
Chris Harris Jr., Akib Talib. Who else? Who else? Uh, P Watt too, when they were fresh off the win.
Oh wow,
So yeah, no. So definitely Derek's gonna be holding that championship too this Sunday.
that's freaking cool, dude.
Dude, that's
I'm
so
so
sick.
happy for you, dude.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
truly,
congratulations, man.
yeah, congratulations, bro. That's awesome. So yeah, no, dude. Let me, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please follow him on
Well,
his
shout out
Twitter.
Notorious.
Thank you. Thank you
Shout out to
guys.
Notorious. Check out his website. Check him out on Instagram. Get this man some followers because he doesn't have enough for the job that the work that he
Oh,
does,
the
the
things the
talent that
things
he
he's
has.
putting out there, he should be blown up. Let's blow him up, guys. Like, share, go follow him, show some love. If you like the art, go. He told you what it was. Go inquire. Go inquire for some pieces.
Yeah, and there's that DT one that you have. Of course, it's on your website as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys want to check it out, please do. But are you
That
ready to? What was that,
I
bro?
I have to say sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
About that DT. Because like this fairly recently happened. When I made that, originally I posted it on TikTok, and I asked Broncos Country to help me get connected with DT's mom and his sister.
Mm-hmm.
And so I literally posted it late that night. Woke up the next morning, had over 500 likes. Uh, I want to say like 6,000 views, and someone got me in touch with his mom. And so I'm pretty sure this coming month I'm going to be doing a special piece for her birthday. So that's going to be very special, especially with him being honored for week 7 in the Ring of Fame. So like that's a game I'm definitely going to, and it's gonna be so great to do that for her, just her knowing like how much love like we have for her son, and like all he brought for Broncos country, not just on the field but just off the field too.
Right, right. He was definitely
The man
stand-up
he
guy,
he was a real good dude, just genuine, and that's freaking awesome. That's awesome that you get to be a part of that and do something like that.
I'm trying to go down to, because I live in Oregon, bro, and I'm trying to go down to Denver for that game.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
hopefully we can link up with you, bro.
You count on it.
Okay, okay. Well, we'll stay in touch for sure, and then
Yeah.
I'd love to, like, because it's hard. George is so spoiled living in Denver. I mean, it's funny, bro, because I was born in Denver too.
Oh,
But
really? Okay.
yeah. Ended up in Oregon, dude. It's a long story, but
Long story.
I did get to see Bo Nix firsthand. I'm just saying. I'm just
See,
saying.
at least you got that. You got that
I
going.
got the scouting over here in Denver, bro. I mean, in Oregon, dude. So.
Yeah.
Autzen Stadium, it's where it's at, bro. No, dude, I really appreciate you coming on and stuff like that. But let's talk some football, dude. So,
Okay.
not to be rude, hopefully I'm not
No,
rude.
let's go
We
for
love
it.
your
I love
work,
it.
but I want to hear your
You're
thoughts.
always rude, but we'll excuse you.
Don't listen to this clown, bro. He's just talking smack, dude. That's what he does best. So,
Number one,
is
baby.
Bo Nix the real one? Is he a real one? Do you feel like he is the franchise?
I'm going as far as to say like I believe in Bo. I think like early on last season people cut him off. Didn't really give him a chance. As you've seen like all the videos on TikTok and like Instagram when like one guy is running his mouth saying like I've never seen an obvious bust than Bo Nix, and then Bo kind of turned everything around. We went we went from Bo picks to Bo leave. And that's even something I told him when I met him in person, um, at this other signing he was doing out in Denver. That's when I got to gift him a painting that a similar Bo Nix to the one I carried, but it was like a lot bigger.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's
That
freaking
is
lit, dude. I'm
that's
so
crazy.
happy for
It's
you,
crazy you
dude.
got to tell him that.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. And I guess we didn't talk about it on the live. We talked about it beforehand.
Yeah.
We actually ran into each other at the
Right.
Cardinals game preseason. I'm out there with my good daughters, me and the mascots, and we walk by, and I see the Notorious that I didn't know at the time walking with this amazing Bo Nix painting, like freaking spectacular. If I didn't have my children, I probably would have bought it. I had to save my money for them that day.
Oh yeah. It's okay. It's okay because I couldn't sell it to you there. Like I'm not trying to get kicked out. Oh well, I did get kicked out that game, but that's a different story.
It's all good, bro.
That's great. That's great. But no, it's just another full circle moment. Dak tells me, "Oh, we're gonna have Notorious on," and I'm like, "Well, okay, show me." And I'm looking, and I'm like, "Was he at the game?"
Yeah.
And Dak's no help, no help. Just like I don't know. I'm like, "Well, ask him." So now here we are, and you confirmed. So pleasure to officially meet you. And talk. And thanks to Dak for connecting and the small world. Small world. So I
It's
just
a
wanted to
small
bring that
world,
up.
bro. I truly believe it is, bro. It's crazy, dude. But yeah, and then now that we finished the season 3-0, dude, like, I mean, how do you feel after preseason? Like, what are your thoughts about this team? Defense, offensively, defensively, special teams.
Honestly, I feel like we aren't talked about enough, to be honest. Looking at the preseason from starters to backups, we have a lot of weapons that I don't feel like get mentioned enough or they don't get appreciated enough. Like Tyler was doing amazing punt returning. I'm not saying that because I know him on a personal level, but I'm saying just him just running with the ball. We had glimpses of him last season, potentially being RB1 before his injury. Um, So I'm really excited for him. I'm really hoping for a lot more to see about him. Um, Not only him, but just Pat Bryant. I'm a huge fan of Pat Bryant. He did not get any touchdowns, I will say that. But just the way he operates and just like how coordinated he is, like you feel like he knows where the ball is going to be before even the quarterback knows where it's going to be. So I'm really excited for Pat. You
Slant
know,
God 2.0.
yeah, you already know.
I would
Yeah,
say I agree there. Pat Bryant surprised me a lot. Because everybody comes out and they're, oh, he's an amazing route runner. Oh, he's this and that. But he really works in his routes. He showed when he was getting open on these like 10 to 12 yard digs coming across the middle. He's really working to get open. So I liked what I saw. I agree there. He made some very unexpected plays because I wasn't sure how he would pan out, but he didn't score, but that's okay.
yeah, and then like Pat Bryant was phenomenal. Then Troy Franklin, like we went in from like George and I have talked on our show before. Like this was a very unproven wide receiver room, and now it's so crazy how you added Pat Bryant, and then with Troy Franklin's development and progression is just it just changed the game for us to where now we were able to move off of a Devon Vele. And I wish him well in New Orleans. But what were your thoughts when we traded Devon Vele?
Um, a bit. It's hard for me to say just because like he had some pretty phenomenal catches, especially when we were against the Chiefs. That unexpected catch before he hit the ground for a touchdown. I feel like they do have a good wide receiver. I'm really hoping that they figure out the quarterback situation there, because I would just hate to see wasted talent like that. Um, yeah, no, he definitely has a lot to bring. I'm really sorry it didn't work out in Denver, but talent's talent, and it'll definitely outweigh any. I feel like anything that um, critics may or may not say about him.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, and damn, we got a fourth and a seventh for him, and he was just a seventh round draft pick the year before. So it's like, how
Yeah,
do you
Yeah.
not pick up the phone and go and make that trade immediately? Like, I think anybody
exactly.
would have, you know what I mean, immediately.
Well, obviously it's like huge benefit for us with getting a fourth. Getting a fourth is crazy, right?
Yeah,
And a seventh? Jeez. What
Right.
else? What else can you give us? But I think it's the best scenario for him. He wasn't going to get as to be displayed or out there on the field for all those snaps, and he gets to go to a place where he can be the two. We're on the field all the time, whereas here Sean's made it clear we're going to rotate the two. Like we
hmm
can't have everybody playing at all times. So I think it'll be good for him in the sense of his production can still skyrocket. He can still have a good second year, just not with us, unfortunately.
Right.
yeah. Do you think we have the best defense in the NFL?
Oof.
That's
You
a tough
know,
one.
I I would be so upset if our defense isn't like number one pick for everybody's fantasy league.
It was me.
Just because of how phenomenal and just like who we picked up too, especially from the 49ers. 49ers definitely, slept on their players wrong
Humbled.
wrong. Uh like Hufanga, I got to meet Hufanga. And
Sick.
he's a really cool guy, and he's definitely got that kind of Sean Payton defense and Vance Joseph kind of feel to him.
Oh,
You saw him play a little bit on the field for the preseason, and I feel like that's just the beginning of what he can get with Vance Joseph, in the room, kind of in his ear and whatnot. So, I'm
yeah.
really looking forward to seeing what he brings. I feel like Nick Bonilla is probably going to play like one of his best seasons.
Yes.
Last
Rumor.
season, everybody slept on him. Everybody slept on him.
Rumor.
Nobody really thought we had any weapons in defense other than PS2. But Nick kind of proved that wrong for everybody. Him, Jonathan Cooper, having his back like that, it's
Yeah,
it's really
Jonathan
great.
Cooper's nice. He's nice. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, dude. George, what do you got for Notorious? Any questions that come to your mind?
Football wise, I like to just give you some more flowers. You said what I was already saying. I was already talking about Tyler Beatty, however you say his name. Um, in the return game. Dude, I literally told somebody while I was watching the game, I was like, dude, he's killing it in the return game. Now, that's Marvin's spot, but that doesn't mean he can't be a special teamer and still help us out on the field and potentially work his way into a rotation, trying to push out Jaleel. It'll be interesting.
That's gonna be
I guess
interesting.
I would like to know your thoughts on it. Do you believe he has to push out Jaleel to make the team, or are they going to slot 4 running backs?
Believe it or not, I feel like Sean really is a running backs kind of guy. Just like based on some of the stories that the guys have told me about Sean, and just like kind of seeing also like on practice when they had the running backs doing punt returns. And I thought that was so unique because I've never seen running backs actually do like a punt return, at least not in training camp for us. So I got to see Tyler doing it. I got to see Jaleel. I got to see Blake Watson, Audric Estime, and even Harvey. That was the crazy thing about it. So I feel like Sean is definitely going to go for 4 running backs. Because he's not completely sure. I'm like, who's our main guy yet? And that's fair because even I don't know. And like, I'm closer with the running backs. So it's a bit hard for me to kind of give you a solid answer because like I have a bit of a personal tie with some of them. So yeah.
No, that's great.
That's
That's
great.
great. Four is we've been debating it for the last
We
month and a
that's why
half.
me and him were giving the looks
It
when you're
comes up with
talking.
it comes up with everybody. We like to get takes on it. I still believe we'll only keep 3, but the more that we wait and the more I see, especially after cuts today, the fact he made through the first round of cuts, is very pushing the scale to potentially having 4.
Yeah.
Like I said, never been opposed to it as long as it works out.
Yeah.
And it seems to be, the roster shaping itself out. So we'll see. We'll see what comes. And tomorrow,
At 2 what? Right, 2?
2 Mountain.
2 Mountain. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this roster shapes out or unfolds. Let's get into some comments there. We caught up with the
Oh yeah,
comments.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh no, we'll hit a few of these. We're getting the talk. We left off with you getting fired, right? Oh, My High City said that game against the Giants will be very emotional for DT family. Absolutely. That's going to be a great game to be at when Dak flies his butt down here. That's going to be fun. That's going to be just special to be a part of, honestly. Like all jokes aside, that'll just be, we'll all remember that day, right? So that'll be good. Good one. I follow him already. He already follows you.
Boom.
Look at
Hey,
that. Well,
appreciate it.
Thank
share.
you, Maha City.
Share.
There you go.
That's so cool.
There you
Share. The next step is share.
Yeah.
Share.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, Shy Vargas, what's up, brother? He
There you
said,
What's
"Let's go
up?
Broncos."
Yeah, Maha
Yes,
salute.
sir. I appreciate you. He's part of the network too. He's got his own get shiped. He's the hype man. Hell yeah, DT was a great guy from Mile High. He said, "Time to come back home."
There you
Damn.
go.
Oh man, it's tough. Tough.
Oh, let's see here. Shy said, "What do you think about Estime getting cut from the Broncos?"
This
Oof.
this is an interesting. We were just talking behind,
Yeah.
So yeah,
We just talked about this.
yeah.
They're reading our mind, chat.
Yeah.
What do you think
Go
about him?
ahead. Well, we'll let you answer that.
Okay. So kind of what I think about it. Um, it's hard. to say, just because like he it's I don't know. It's just because like the running back room is so different and so hard to completely understand or completely get like why everything's happening. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I'm going stat wise, he just wasn't quite meeting the quota that we kind of hoped for him to reach.
Mm-hmm.
So it was definitely hard to see that like on a Broncos fan, and you're trying to root for the guy. So I want to say I'm a little bit surprised by this, but I'm not. I kind of feel like Blake Watson did a lot more than him, stat wise. So that's kind of where I'm standing on it.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
that's
I
good.
like it. I
Great
like it.
stance. Yeah, Blake Watson also got cut today.
Yeah, Blake Watson, who was one of
So
my guys that I was hoping would make the team. So that was a heartbreaker for me, bro. So
I'm
I'm
waiting
right
for
there
my
with
guy
you.
tomorrow. Don't worry.
Oh,
But I would say I agree. It's disappointing, I said Estime. I had higher. We all had higher hopes, of course, and I just think it was unfortunate with the opportunities he did get just kind of slipped away. Uh, you know, just had a tough time getting it going, and then once he lost a little bit of that trust from Sean, he had a really hard time getting himself back into the rotation. So like even getting a chance to display what he could do was becoming so minuscule. It was going to be really hard for him to make the team, in my opinion. But I do hope we practice squad him, and I hope nobody touches him, and we can just see what happens.
yeah, that's true. That's fair. Very fair. You got
We'll go on to McKinley.
McKinley. Happy
McKinley!
birthday to him, by the way. It's his
Ooh.
birthday today,
Oh,
ladies.
happy
Birthday.
birthday, McKinley.
He's one of the
Appreciate that.
other
Thanks for
gentlemen I do
stopping
the
in.
Buckham pod with. Don't tell
Yeah,
George.
he does the Buckham. He cheats on me. But I'm in Denver, so I get to have all the fun. So
Yeah. For now.
I allow it. Yeah, till the Giants game. Big text Lex, thanks for being here. She said not fired. Dead. Oh, that's great. Yes, Mile High City, he had a fumble problem as well. And I wouldn't say so much as a problem.
Huh?
It's just his first carry was a fumble. That lives with you
After
forever.
that nice run too, huh?
Yeah,
I was at that game. I went
ah.
to that game, bro, and I was like, "Yeah, let's
And
go."
no knock, dude. Just so
No.
unfortunate for that to happen because it's gonna stick.
And he had a solid game against Kansas City and Arrowhead. I feel like he helped give us an opportunity to, have a chance against the Chiefs. So, yeah, man, it's just sometimes some of the opportunities, like George alluded to, just slipped away with his mistakes.
And if not, there would be a place for him on somebody else's team. Somebody could use his assets, his abilities, and put them in a different style offense where it's not a Sean offense, and they could use him in a different way.
Now,
If that becomes the case.
yeah, exactly. Do you feel like the Broncos are contenders or pretenders this season, Notorious?
I definitely feel like they are contenders. There's kind of like a different aura, I would say, about them. You want to compare it to like the Russell Wilson era compared to now. Like, everybody felt like so unsure. Like we felt determined when we first got Russell. Like everybody, I remember.
I was hyped, bro, when we traded for him. I mean, I was a fan because I saw what he did in Seattle, but now it's like, I think a lot of people would have made the trade initially, but then
Yes.
the way it turned out, now we're all, oh, we would have not made that trade. Like, stop this trade. You all would have made that trade.
Right. So
I would have never went back on the trade, but I would have never paid him before he played a snap.
yeah, I wouldn't
And
have
I
paid him
think-
that much
and
either.
then what-
Give him a year to try out.
I think that was probably the initial part because remember, he had a no trade clause. So I think he had to get an extension with the Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
That was part of
I
it
do
to
agree.
be traded. So
I would have left his ass in Seattle.
oh god.
Anyways, Notorious. Sorry, go ahead, finish your thoughts.
So yeah, no. So like, if you want to compare like the Russell Wilson era to the Bo Nix era, There was a lot of uncertainty when it came to that. And then like his following year, year two, when Russell was here, you know, it was Sean was here, Russell's here. Like, are they gonna meet in the middle or are they gonna be completely opposite? But you saw Sean like come up with some pretty great plays for him and made him look like Super Bowl Russell Wilson. But there were so many issues when it came to plays. Russell was fumbling, he was throwing interceptions, he was making mistakes he shouldn't have made. I'm still annoyed at the last game, even though we won, when he helped us break the streak against Kansas, when he kind of just like froze, and then I forget who it was. I think it was Jones and like someone else on the defense just kind of tackled him, and he froze and just let it happen versus just throwing it on the side
Oh,
when he was right there. It literally was just a toss. I
I'm
get
having
so
flashbacks
annoyed when
right
I look
now.
at that play.
yeah, George
Yes.
and I got to witness that comeback. It was a comeback, right, George, against Minnesota?
Yes,
That
but
was not really. It was like we were playing like.
it was a close game.
It
Yeah,
was,
Whatever.
yeah.
We were losing though at some point. So whatever. I guess it was a comeback. But it was like nail biting, like, oh my God, why is it like this? Here we go. And it's like you said, I'll allude to, we just didn't trust it. So much uncertainty.
Yeah.
And the one thing I would add is the sacks. Like you just said, he just
Oh
crumbled.
my God,
He
dude!
took so many sacks. And like you saw the change just last year. Bo Nix was
24
sacked just as many times as Lamar Jackson.
ridiculous, bro.
20 something times, right? And Russell was sacked 46 times.
Yeah,
And I don't even think I'm exaggerating. I'm pretty sure it was in the 40s. Like,
it was
that's
definitely in the
ridiculous.
40s. I still remember each
well,
one of the sacks.
Caleb Williams was another quarterback that was number one overall pick that was sacked so many times. So you look at Bo Nix as a rookie, and you're like, damn, this guy's pocket awareness is pretty good for being a rookie, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
So like, sorry, we keep getting I keep getting
I know,
sidetracked
I know. I'm
because
sorry.
we're just reliving like PTSD pretty much. So like
Therapy, guys. It's therapy
yeah,
session.
it's therapy. It's therapy to talk about it. so like I'm saying, there's definitely more of a confidence in this team. Like they kind of have their identities. Like when I talk to the guys now and I ask them like, what's the difference between, what you guys were then to now? Like they always say like our identity is there, our confidence is there, like the team the the team's more together than like ever, because everybody was hating on us like earlier, and like we were talking about preseason, like even now we're still getting hated. I remember like a couple days ago I read or I heard, I think it was like the Herd or something. I forget the guy's name, but his last name I just remember is Wright. He has the long hair. He said that Bo was gonna last till 2027, and then we were gonna get rid of him. And I'm just like, you can't count out Bo. Like, there's
Oh,
something special about him. Like, I'm not saying
oh
that because
man,
he's on my team, but like, the kid's
no,
aura and like how he holds himself as a quarterback.
yeah, bro. I'm right there with you. I'll share a story with you, bro. Like George and I, like when he was playing with Oregon, bro. Like I told him after the Colorado Buffalo game,
Mhm.
after they beat the brakes off him. Let me just rub the. If you're a
Yeah.
Buffalo fan, I'm sorry. But I told Georgia, bro, I was like, bro, Bo Nix is the guy that we need in this quarterback room. Like, we need him to change our franchise around. And that was after the game, huh, George? Like, you and I were talking. We're like,
Oh
we'll
yeah.
see, bro. Like, I don't know, kind of thing. Like, if we can
Wasn't
draft
long
him.
after where he's like, we're drafting Bo Nix. And I was like, that sounds great.
Yeah,
Sounds great. And then it happened. So yeah. That's crazy.
yeah. It was crazy, but it was good to watch him, play the way he operates. He just he's a leader that we haven't had since Peyton Manning in that locker room, at the quarterback level. So I'm excited though, bro. I'm excited. There's a lot to look forward to this season, bro. I think like you said, we're not talked about enough, and I think the national media is behind the eight ball. I mean,
Mhm.
there's some that are like, oh yeah, but it's like, dude, just last year we were ranked like the 32 of in terms of overall roster, and now it's
Right.
crazy because now you look at it like, oh no, we had some guys on that roster. You know what I mean? So you know how Sean Payton says the you got young and hungry is dangerous, right? So
Exactly.
Not always an advantage having a bunch of known commodities.
no,
Hey,
yeah,
you got guys you don't know about, and you get to find out. And that's kind of what happened with us. We're just finding out. We're barely getting guys going into their third, second, first year now with these rookies, like building something, strong. And I'm excited. I'm excited. So
It-
you got us winning the AFC West.
I feel like it's gonna be us, Chargers right behind us. Um, I'm going to put Chiefs at third.
yes,
Only because I was not impressed by their preseason. Um, I felt like they picked up scraps pretty much on the drafts and at free agency. Um, it's like it's pretty much like seeing a shadow of someone's former self. You know what I'm saying?
hmm hmm
So I'm not sure if like that loss is still like in the back of their heads or like what's going on exactly. Andy Reid, I will say, is definitely someone you can't take lightly. But if the team can't really provide what he's operating, then
hmm
that's trouble itself. And my favorite on last, like always, Raiders.
and it's fun. Raiders, yeah, I hate that.
Oh my god.
But bro, it's so funny we talking about the Raiders because just one of their big time players just asked for a trade today, bro. Jacoby Myers. I'm like, oh my god, dude, what's going on?
Well,
Like the season hasn't even.
they just traded for Kenny Pickett
And they just traded for Kenny Pickett.
earlier. Yeah, they just
What
traded
are
for
we doing?
such a Raider thing to do. They just traded for Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett.
Oh my
He
god,
took a snap. He took a
I
snap in that
love
Super
that.
Bowl.
I love that so much. The reason why I have them so low, and every Raider fan's gonna hate me for even saying this, and I don't care. Like I'm okay with the smoke.
Oh yeah, bring
Um,
the
Want
smoke.
all the smoke.
All the
yeah.
smoke.
So like what I'm saying, like why they're low. Um, Geno Smith is not their guy. I'm sorry, turnover Geno's was not the answer. Pete Carroll, I feel like picked him just because of a personal thing. But Gino had I want to say like 18 picks last season, 18 or more. I want to say.
Mm.
Um, he was a playoff guy one time. They haven't made playoffs. Seattle hasn't made playoffs since that moment. And that I'm pretty sure that was when Pete was still in charge. So, Raiders fans can hype themselves up all they want. They can say, "Oh, Geno's the guy." Oh no, Aiden O'Connell. He had like 3 interceptions their last game, but he can turn it around. Like, no, 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 no. You know, and if honestly, they should have just went for Shador. I so saw that
I really
coming.
thought they were, bro. Like I really believed that, but yeah,
They had
they had the
5 chances.
5 chances. That's what I'm saying.
I thought that would have been good,
Need
but
a quarterback.
But
even if
no,
and say if, even if
He knows
Shador-
the answer, just like just like Gardner Minshew was the answer. That's
yeah,
what they do because that's what they did last year. They signed Gardner Minshew for 1 year. Here you go. Get rid of him. Let's bring in another guy.
exactly, and
they just
it's funny
love
too
to,
because he's on the Chiefs now. So
yeah.
that's kind of how I see it as funny
Funny, I
on my
forgot
end.
about that, bro. I really forgot about that shit. Dude, that's funny.
That's hilarious. That
Man,
is hilarious,
thank you
dude.
so much, bro. This was a lot of fun, bro. And you're more than welcome to come on and just talk ball with us whenever, bro. It
Yeah,
was a
dude.
pleasure, bro. We want you to know that, dude.
I so appreciate it. It's definitely one of the most funnest podcasts I've been on so far. So
No way.
yeah,
Oh, we appreciate that, bro.
Appreciate you. Much love. Absolutely. You've been a great guest, and showing off your art and stuff is amazing. But
Yeah,
learning
thank you
about
for
who
the
you are as a
opportunity.
person, that's that's awesome. You know, coming from the background you come from to be out here doing what you love, that we all love. You know, supporting the Broncos and here in the 303. So we'll be excited to connect with you a lot more for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely looking forward to it.
Definitely, bro.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday. Saturday, I better see you there, George.
Yeah, you guys,
All right,
we'll chat after
convention
this
center.
show. We're gonna
Kid
chat after the
free.
show. If you got time, Notorious, we will chat after the show.
Okay, yeah, no, for sure.
We're gonna stay on. Don't leave us. But
Yeah, don't leave when we hit the ending clip. But
No, no,
yeah,
I'm
we'll
here.
chat. We'll
I'm
chat some
here.
more. Fans, you got anything else? Any last second thoughts for Notorious to, you know, give him some love, send us off the right way? We got what are you doing here? All right. Mile High City said, yeah, Mile High City living is good during Broncos season. Best 6.5 months out of the year. Oh, and it's nice and cloudy here, bro. It started raining this week, just in time. Preseason's over. Fall happens, and we're back to football. Man,
Yeah.
that's just Mother Nature knows.
Yep.
Same thing the Browns did with Watson, all that money. Watson didn't win anything, though. That was just plain redonkulousness, okay? Watson didn't do a damn thing. Ridiculous, all right? Wilson at least had himself a couple Super Bowl appearances and a ring, What?
The downfall for Deshaun needs to be like,
Bro, downfall, free fall. Boys, free falling, baby. He's gone. What do you mean? He jumped. See you, I said, see you laughing. Raiders, LOL. Laughing, yes, it's always the laughing stock with the Raiders. We got Michael Nakatani. The GOATs.
Yeah.
Hey,
up, bro?
appreciate you,
Thank
dog.
Mike.
Like, share, subscribe.
Appreciate you, homie. Oh my god. Oh god.
And we got to talk about how much my heart's broken this weekend because two teams I hate are playing against each other. Of course, you got Texas, Ohio State, and it's going to be a big game. And I hope they both lose because they both suck. Horns down. And I say that because Tim said Sooners suck. Boomer!
I do want to see Arch Manning, though, bro. I do want to see Arch Manning do.
I want to see him fail tremendously. I'm just kidding. As a diehard football fan, I think Arch is going to be nasty, dude. And he's got swagger, I keep seeing the videos. It's like a Manning with this much swagger.
Hold on. Johnny was calling me. He's calling me. Hold on. Johnny.
Calling during the pod?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I don't know if he has a question. Let's see.
Get in the comments. What are you doing? The hotline should not be blinging right now.
All right. I don't know. Maybe he was gonna give us something. I don't know. Tell us something. Some suggestions.
Shoot.
I don't know.
Michael laughed. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
No, it's been a pleasure though, for real. Notorious, and we'll keep chatting here. Everybody, like, share, subscribe. We love you.
I like the way George says it too, with his little staff. Just yeah.
I'm gonna get it, bleached. It says like, share, subscribe.
Well, this was a good time, you guys. Do you got any thoughts, Notorious, before we dive out of this?
I think we're about 13 days away from the start of the season. Everybody just get ready. This is definitely gonna be a unique season. I'm excited. I know you guys are excited.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I've been going through football withdrawals, so I definitely.
My fix. You got any more of that? That gift with is it Dave Chappelle?
Oh yeah, it's Dave. Of course that's Dave. Chappelle show. You got any more dead Broncos football? I need it. I need. Exactly. Oh man, dude, that's
Well, Thanks again,
Uh,
ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Notorious, for joining us. We look forward to connecting, especially on week 7. Please like George says, like, share, subscribe, and y'all have a good night.
Follow us on
Mahai.
TikTok too. Broncos Bros.
Broncos Bros.
Hey, follow Notorious too. Mad love to Notorious. We'll give one
Yes,
more round
follow
of
him
applause
on the
before we get
socials.
out of here.
Believe in Broncos, bro, when we hit that field. Orange and blue pride, it's our strength and our shield. Every win, every loss, we deal with the flow. Broncos bros on the mic, let the whole world know. So tune in tight as we break it down slow. Broncos bros forever, let the whole world know.